So let me start off this video by saying something kind of outrageous, which is, these are the same. What? How can these be the same? Well, let's talk about that in this video. Hey, howdy, Redesert Boy here. Hey, you saw me in the beginning of that video showing you these guns, and man, they are really different, and you must think, what did he say right after that? These are the same. What? So what do I mean by that? You must think I'm crazy. So let's talk about that for a minute. So first of all, we can see here, we've got this 45 Colt. It's a Vaquero in this case, right? We'll just show you that it's unloaded, right? Ruger Vaquero there. And for a moment, just indulge me. Think of this as an 1873. I don't have my 1873 handy, and so imagine this is something similar to what the firearm is they would carry back in the late 19th century, or late 18th century, 19th century, I guess, and the early 20th century. This is a 45 Colt Rossi. It's an R92, kind of based on the 1892. These are unloaded. This is my Sig Sauer SP2022, and we can see that it's unloaded. It's in 9mm. This magazine is unloaded, as we can see. This is my CZ EVO3 S1 Scorpion carbine in 9mm. There's no magazine in here. The magazine I have for it is empty. And we can turn it around here, and I can show you that it is empty as well. And it's in 9mm. So, these are the same? Well, let's talk about that. As I said, think about this. Years ago, people were traveling, maybe by horseback, maybe they had a ranch or a farm, or they had a homestead, and maybe they only wanted one caliber. Plus, I'm sure that, just like today, firearms can be expensive. Plus, you got to be proficient with them. So they had one caliber oftentimes. Now, in this case, I'm using 45 Colt, which fits, of course, this and the 1892 or the R92. And the 45 Colt, it might have been a 4440 or some other caliber. But they had the same caliber for both because they only had to carry one ammunition, right? Today, we use the 9mm, right? The 9mm fits both this handgun, and the EVO3 Scorpion carbine, right? And, what were they doing with them? Well, maybe when you're traveling, you're going to take your traveling gun, might be this in a scabbard, right? And maybe your sidearm as well. And, nowadays we might carry something like this, which it's even a little more compact for travel. Could be in a case or whatever. That makes it kind of convenient. And your sidearm, right? Like this. And they both have, once again, the same ammo. Now you notice these bullets are pretty different. Well, remember they started off with black powder and they probably had to have a much larger cartridge. It was probably moving slower, like even today, this moves slower than this one. And, in order to get the same effect or the same impact and energy, but the 9mm does its job, even though it's significantly smaller. And of course, we use those a lot today, and not so much the 45, although it's my favorite cartridge. So, once again, people were trying to protect themselves. They were trying to protect their loved ones. They were trying to protect their home, right? Now, could you use this for hunting? Yeah, I'm sure they probably use these for hunting. People don't usually use 9mm for hunting, although I've seen where people have hunted, with 9mm. I think they even killed deer with it, but you need to, be in compliance with all your local, state, and federal rules, regulations, laws, hunting laws, carry laws, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I guess in a pinch, yeah, you could use a 9mm, especially if you're in a survival mode. And what do you have to do? You only have to carry one ammo, okay? Now, is everything the same? Well, this way you only have, one ammo to learn about for trial. Maybe you only want to have two guns, a long gun and a short gun, a handgun, right? This way you can limit your training. You can keep your budget to just one ammunition, different kinds for different needs. So that may be the case. Have we advanced? Well, sure we have. Look at this. But I can tell you the iron sights on here, just like they learned how to use the iron sights on those other ones, this 4-aperture iron sight is a very good sight. And this red dot, yeah, that's something we have. We can put the other things on the rails down there, to put a light on there, just like on here. This one has night sights too. But basically, we're using them for a lot of the same reasons. And that's why I say these are the same. We're using them for similar purposes. They were the technology of the time. I mean, this was a repeating handgun. Okay, it had 6 rounds, This guy here was a repeating rifle. It wasn't a single shot. It wasn't a rolling block. It wasn't a muzzle loader or something like that. It could just hold, in this case, 10 rounds. Do these hold a lot more? Sure they do. Nowadays, we got ones that hold a lot more. But, we're using them a lot for the same purposes. World's a little different. We've got some better technology. We've got different materials for sure. But we use them a lot for the same reasons. So, once again, basic reasons: personal protection, home protection, maybe while you're traveling, possibly hunting, but in this case for these, it doesn't fall so much in that category usually. But as Free Desert Boy, I just wanted to point out to you, we got a lot more things in common. And for some people, this would be easier on their budget. They only need 1 ammo. They only need 1 or 2 guns. And that's all they want, right? So just something to think about. I'm just trying to get you to think about the fact that why do they maybe just have 1 ammo? Well, it made it easier for them. So as Free Desert Boy always says, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.